America, land of the free, home of the brave. A nation built on the ideals of liberty and justice for all. And now, home to a convicted president. A reality that many thought impossible, yet here we are. Donald J. Trump, the man who once vowed to make America great again, made history in 2024. His journey from a business mogul to the White House was unprecedented. He became the first U.S. president to be re-elected after a criminal conviction. The charges were serious: tax fraud, obstruction of justice. The evidence overwhelming. The courtroom drama unfolded like a gripping novel. Yet, none of it seemed to matter. His supporters remained steadfast, their loyalty unshaken by the legal battles. Trump, a master of spin, spun a tale of a deep state conspiracy. He painted himself as a victim of a corrupt system, a narrative that resonated deeply with his base. His loyal followers, unfazed, rallied behind their champion. They saw him as a fighter, someone who stood up against the establishment. The nation watched in disbelief as Trump, hand raised, swore the oath of office. The scene was surreal, a convicted felon taking the highest oath in the land. A convicted felon now held the highest office in the land. The impossible had happened. The world watched in shock and awe. The unthinkable had become reality. The nation was divided, the air thick with tension and uncertainty. The American experiment, once a beacon of hope, now teetered on the brink. The future seemed uncertain, the path ahead fraught with challenges. Trump's second term began as chaotically as his first, with controversies and conflicts marking the early days. Legal battles, like ominous storm clouds, gathered on the horizon, threatening to overshadow his presidency. Special counsel Jack Smith, a man on a relentless mission, continued to investigate Trump's alleged interference in the 2020 election, leaving no stone unturned. Congressional investigations, fueled by the Democrats' outrage and determination, probed deeper into Trump's financial dealings and potential conflicts of interest. Trump, defiant and unyielding, dismissed it all as a politically motivated witch hunt, rallying his base with claims of injustice. He lashed out at his accusers, calling them crooked and corrupt, intensifying the already heated political climate. The nation, already deeply divided, fractured further, with supporters and detractors clashing in the streets and online. The media, caught in the crossfire of this political storm, struggled to keep up with the rapid developments and constant barrage of information. Every day brought a new bombshell revelation, a new scandal, a new legal challenge, adding to the chaos and uncertainty. The American people, bombarded with information from all sides, found it increasingly hard to discern fact from fiction, truth from propaganda. The name Stormy Daniels became synonymous with Trump's legal troubles. The adult film star's allegations of an affair with Trump and the subsequent hush money payments had dogged his presidency from the start. Trump's former lawyer Michael Cohen had already been jailed for his role in the scandal. Now, the Manhattan District Attorney's office was circling, ready to pounce on Trump himself. The charges were serious campaign finance violations, falsification of business records. Trump, as always, denied any wrongdoing. He called Daniels a liar and a con artist. But the damage was done. The scandal, a constant reminder of Trump's alleged impropriety, cast a long shadow over his presidency. The legal battle that would define Trump's second term centered on a single explosive question. Could a sitting president be criminally charged? The Supreme Court, the ultimate arbiter of justice, agreed to hear the case. The nation held its breath. Legal scholars debated the merits of both sides. Trump, never one to shy away from the spotlight, proclaimed his innocence, claiming absolute immunity from prosecution. The Supreme Court's ruling, when it finally came, was a masterpiece of ambiguity. The justices, deeply divided, issued a narrow decision. They ruled that a president could not be completely shielded from criminal investigations. But they left the door open for Trump to delay the proceedings until after he left office. Shielded by ambiguity, Trump's legal team leverages the ruling. Trump's legal team, led by the ever-loyal Rudy Giuliani, seized on the Supreme Court's ambiguity. They launched a series of legal challenges, delaying tactics designed to run out the clock on Trump's presidency. Every subpoena, every document request, every attempt to compel testimony was met with fierce resistance. Trump's lawyers, masters of legal maneuvering, exploited every loophole, every technicality, every opportunity to stall. The wheels of justice, already slow, ground to a halt. Years turned into months, months into weeks. Still, Trump remained, for the moment, untouchable. Justice prevails? Judge Juan Merchan's denial of Trump's immunity bid. The legal battle raged on, moving from one courtroom to another, with each side presenting their arguments and counter-arguments. Each ruling represented a small victory or defeat in a larger, more consequential war, shaping the future of legal precedents. Then came a pivotal moment that would capture the nation's attention. Judge Juan Merchan, presiding over the high-profile Stormy Daniels case, issued a landmark decision that would resonate through the legal community. He firmly rejected Trump's claim of absolute immunity, setting a significant legal precedent. In a scathing rebuke, Judge Merchan declared that no one, not even the President of the United States, was above the law, emphasizing the principles of justice and accountability. Trump, furious and visibly shaken, denounced the ruling as a political hit job, claiming it was an attempt to undermine his presidency. But the tide seemed to be turning, with public opinion shifting and the legal landscape evolving. The walls were closing in, creating an atmosphere of intense legal pressure and scrutiny. The possibility of a sitting president facing criminal charges, once unthinkable, now seemed all too real, marking a significant moment in American legal history. A nation divided. The broader implications for justice and democracy. As the legal battles raged, the nation grappled with the implications for the American justice system and the very foundations of its democracy. The idea that a president, sworn to uphold the law, could be simultaneously entangled in a web of legal woes was deeply unsettling. The trust in American institutions, already frayed, threatened to unravel completely. The political divide, deepened by years of partisan rancor, grew wider. Trump's supporters saw him as a victim, a political outsider persecuted by a corrupt establishment. His detractors viewed him as a threat to democracy, a would-be autocrat who placed himself above the law. The legacy of Trump, a divided nation, grapples with the future. As Trump's second term limped to a close, the nation found itself more divided than ever. The legacy of his presidency, forever intertwined with legal battles and constitutional crises, remained to be written. Would America emerge from this tumultuous period stronger, its democratic institutions tested but intact? Or would the wounds inflicted by these years of division and distrust prove too deep to heal? One thing was certain: the future of American democracy, once a shining example to the world, hung precariously in the balance. The nation, scarred but resilient, faced an uncertain future, forever marked by the shadow of Donald J. Trump.